Hello and welcome to my channel, My Math 360. Today I will explain it to you how to find a lowest common denominator of two numbers. The two numbers I decided to use as an example is 210 and 225. So we will need to find the lowest common denominator for those two numbers. I will explain it to you in steps, and in step 1 we will factor each number completely. So 210, recall what does it mean factor number completely. It means I will need to rewrite this number as a product of prime factors. And I do use a tree. I use a number tree. It's the visual easiest way for me to factor a number. And I start with, when I factor the number, I start with the smallest prime number 2 and see if 210 divisible by 2. Yes, because the last digit is 0. You know, when the last digit of a number is 0, number is even, meaning it's divisible by 2. So 2 times 105, so 210 divided by 2, 105. Now, 105, is it divisible by 2? No, it's not even number. Is it divisible by 3? Yes, it does. And remember the little trick, how to tell if number divisible by 3 or not. What you need to do, you need to add digits. And if result divisible by 3, meaning that the whole number is divisible by 3. So 1 plus 0 is 1 plus 5, 6. Result is 6. Is it divisible by 3? Yes, meaning that number 105 is divisible by 3. So now we can actually divide this number by 3. So 105 over 3 will be 35. So now 35, is it divisible by 2? No. By 3? No. I'm moving to the next number, 5. 35 is divisible by 5. It's 5 times 7. Next, I will perform exactly same steps for number 225. 225. And I will use the number 3. 225. Is it divisible by 2? No, it's not the even number. Is it divisible by 3? Yes. Remember how we check 2 plus 2 plus 5? It's 9. So 9 is divisible by 3, so the whole number 225 is divisible by 3, so let's divide by 3. 225 divided by 3 is 75. 75, it's not the even number, not divisible by 2. Is it divisible by 3? Let's see, 7 plus 5, 12. Divisible by 3, yes. So the number 75 divisible by 3. So it's 3 times 25. And then 25 is 5 times 5. So number 225 I broke into the product of 3 times 3 times 5 times 5. So both numbers factored and step 1 completed. I will be moving to step 2. In step 2, I will rewrite each number in a factored form. So 210 is 2 times 3 times 5 times 7. And 225 right underneath as 3 times 3 times 5 times 5. Moving to step 3. In step 3, I will be able to actually come up with lowest common denominator for those two, 210 and 225. And here's the process. I will take every different factor from the factored form of both numbers into lowest common denominator and multiply them. Same factor showed up in both numbers, I will take it once. And as you see, number 3 showed up in both of them, and number 5 showed up in both of them. So I will take it once. So let's take every different factor into lowest common denominator and multiply them. So I have number 2, then I also have 3, Then I'll also have another 3 that appears in both factors, so I'll take it once. Then I have 5 that appears in both numbers, and I'll take it once. Then I also have 7 and another 5. After multiplying all those numbers, I'll come up with 3150. 3150 is lowest common denominator for 210 and 225. And then in step 4, what I will need to do, I will need to check, make sure that 3150 will be a lowest common denominator. So make sure that 3150 is divisible by 210, and then 3150 is divisible by 225. Because if this number is not divisible by either of them, meaning then we made mistake at some point somewhere. So I punched in the calculator, 3150 divided by 210 equals 15, and 3150 divided by 225 equals 14. So we're good to go, mission accomplished.